Hello, word nerds. We have two great new roots this week. Astr, which connects to stars, which was very intentionally done because fourth grade is starting our space unit. And then we also have log, which has to do with words, which also is going to connect when we are talking about dramas this week. So overall, I very intentionally chose our roots this week. Sometimes they're not quite as connected, but this week they totally are. So since log is right here, let's go ahead and start with that one first. As you can see, I cut this one pretty simply. I just add an extra cut right here. I'm going to put my glue across the top and along the side. Yeah, I'll just do that. I was trying to think if I should make another cut right here, but I'm just going to leave it like this. And if you're in the middle of cutting, please, please, please do not waste your time cutting out all these little loopies. That is such a waste of time. So if any of you do that, then I don't even know. It's not like I can like yell at you if you get it done, but that's such a waste of time. So what I did was I just like went snip, and like when it's glued onto the paper, you're not even really going to be able to tell that you didn't cut out every single loop. Okay, so let's get our log posted. Like I said, I'm going to do across the top. Down the side. And I wasn't going to do the bottom, but now I kind of want to. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to make it really complicated. So, I'm going to get log. Oop. Glue down. As you guys can see, it looks like an iPad. I'm going to crease all of these so they're easy to flip back and forth. That's because we chat a lot on our devices. So it looks like an iPad because we talk a lot. In log, spelled two different ways, connects to words. So the first one, monologue. Mono means single, and then log means word. So it's usually inside a play. It's a long speech. So speech connects to words. Long speech given by one character in a play. Or it could be in a movie or a story. But we're just going to stick with play because that's mostly where we hear it, is in plays. A long speech given by one character in a play. So dialogue, we know we've used this word over and over and over again. And that is a conversation between two or more people. And I'll do slash characters because I guess it could be like two dogs if it's a fantasy and the dogs are talking to each other. So a conversation between two or more people or characters. I don't know what's wrong with this camera lately. It seems like I'm constantly having to adjust the focus. So I'm sorry if it gets a little blurry here and there. We have dialogue inside of our personal narratives, but we also have dialogue in plays because basically a play is almost all dialogue. It's characters speaking back and forth to each other for the most part. Although sometimes they can do a monologue where they just speak out loud. It's a speech. Then we have eulogy. And a eulogy is a special speech, so once again connecting to words, given for somebody who has died. I like how I said that so positively. So it's a speech to honor a person who has died. An epilogue is the final part of the book where they tell you a little bit more about what has happened to the characters. So, a section of a book after the conclusion that tells you more words. I'm going to add words in there. Tells you more words about the story. So usually it's like, he defeated the evil emperor. Okay, well then after he defeated the evil emperor, some types of things that might be in the epilogue is like what they do next, what they're doing after. And an epilogue is sometimes because an author doesn't plan to continue the story, but sometimes an epilogue actually tries to get you excited about the next story. So it really just depends on the situation. And then we have an apology, which is the first one that's like kind of not reading related. But an apology is a statement saying that you're sorry. So words that say that you're sorry. A statement to say that you're sorry. So most of these are spoken words, but a lot of times they can be written. Like sometimes people write down apologies, especially if it's like a celebrity that's like trying to, get on everybody's good side again because they did something bad. Okay, so we did all these. It's been 7 minutes, so I'm going to flip to the next one. We're going to add our star. So on the star, we're going to add glue to this, let's see, pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, pentagon. And we're going to fold all these little triangles back. So we're only applying glue to the very, very middle. Alrighty. Okay, I just realized that the way this star is built, it's not really easily foldable. Okay, I'm going to add some extra snips in here. Snips. See how I'm just kind of trying to square off do it directly with the snip. And that way it's a little easier to fold. Because we know what we're doing. We know it's coming. Okay. Oop. I should do one more. Okay, that way it looks funny, but at least we're going to fold this easy and not like bend it in a crazy way. Okay, I like it. Alright, there we go. Alright, so for our star, let's start with asterisk. Asterisk. It's a really hard word to say, actually. But it is, when you're typing on a computer, it's that symbol that makes a star. Actually, let's see if I can pull this computer over here. It's this one right here. Won't focus enough. You see it enough? Like, oh, there we go. On the 8 key, it's that little star. So if you can't see it well enough, look at your own computer. Okay. That is an asterisk. Okay, so an asterisk is a symbol of a star in printed text. And it usually makes a note. For instance, okay guys, I use like 3, Oh my gosh, I just looked at the screen and realized how blurry it is. Okay. The star ELE stations, I'm trying to catch your attention. Those are asterisks. Asterisks. This camera is driving me crazy. Okay, an astronomer is a person who studies stars, planets, or other space objects. Studies stars, planets, and outer space in general. Oh, it's blurry again. Okay, I think what's going to happen is we can walk through it, and if you are an auditory learner, you can try to follow along. But I might just have to make sure that at the very end I can show you everything. It's like I just want to like hit the camera and like get it knocked into place. Okay. Astronaut. So this is a person who specifically travels into outer space. And that means that, you know, they're among the stars. So you can be an astronomer without traveling to outer space. Astronaut. Asteroid. Okay, so I'm looking at the definition on the side. Why I had a big long pause is because it calls it a minor planet. I'm just gonna say okay, I'm gonna use another big word. So a celestial object that travels through space. A celestial object that travels through space. And then astronomical. It means extremely large, like the number of stars in space. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make sure you guys have access to all of these. Okay, so astronomical, extremely large, like the number of stars in space. Asterisks. A symbol of a star in printed text. It makes a note. Astronomer is a person who studies stars, planets, in outer space. Astronaut is a person who travels into outer space. An asteroid is a celestial object that travels through space. Alright guys, that's it. Thanks.